Good Erev Shabbos, Young Israel. I hope all are well and continue to stay well. Every year we wish one another a Chag Kasher V'Sameach. I've begun wishing people a Chag Bari Kasher V'Sameach. Health is the most important. Everyone should stay healthy, continue to daven for one another, to daven for those in our community and around the world to require a very desperate and quick refuah shleima b'mheira. Chaim Vital writes that during a time of dever, during a time of plague such as the situation in which we currently find ourselves, it is extremely important to be joyful, to be besimcha, somewhat counterintuitively, even more than the rest of the year. And we're going to try. It's not easy, but we have to stay positive. A number of public service announcements. Number one, Mechiras Chametz has begun, and a lot of you have sent me forms. Those who haven't, please do so. The sooner that we are taking care of this, the better off all of us will be. Just please, when you email me the form, also send me a text. There were a couple of cases where an email was received, where an email was sent that I didn't know about, and the people texted me, and it was sent again. So please, when you email me the form, also text and let me know that it has been sent. This way, if it hasn't, I'll be able to reach out to you. Regarding searching for chametz, regarding burning chametz, the bedika is the same. The burning is different. There's no need for fire this year. That's burning is a minhag. We paskin like the chachamim, not like Rabbi Yehuda. The chachamim say that sreifasa b'chol davar. One can dispose of the chametz any which way. You take your 10 pieces on Erev Pesach in the morning, you flush them down the toilet, you drop them down the sewer, so that also counts as the mitzvah of bir chametz. You have to do bir chametz on Erev Pesach, but just not with fire, rather simply by flushing down the toilet or dropping down the sewer. Number of simple halachos that we're not so familiar with, because most of us try to daven with a minyan, at least on Shabbos, when we're able to. So number one, Friday night, Vayichulu, you yes say when you daven by yourself. Mogen Avos, you do not, and obviously Velokei Avoseni, you do not. With respect to Shabbos morning, so Shachris, Musaf is more or less the same with a couple of differences. You do not recite the second Yom Kippur, and the first Yom Kippur, and you could yes say. The second one and the Misha Berach, you do not say. Shabbos Mincha, not do with Daven B'Yichidus, but Shabbos Mincha Tzidkaska through the month of Nisan, we don't recite. Of Harachim et Shachris, you could yes recite. Vanis Vilasi at Mincha, we yes say, even though we think it's part of laning, it's really not. Vanis Vilasi before Shemona Esrei could yes be recited at Shabbos Mincha. If one is able to, one has a chumash to be able to review the parasha, read through the parasha, read through the targum, or read through the English with the parasha, and as much as we're not going to be laning in shul. Beautiful insight, especially apropos, was suggested by the Lubavitcher Rebbe Zichron Livracha. And that is as follows: different approaches to karbanos. The Rebbe suggests that a karban does absolutely zero for us, and yet it does everything. Explains the Rebbe Zichron Livracha, a karban does nothing for a person. Most mitzvahs do things for us. They impact us positively. That's a mitzvah, a nitnu mitzvah, selitzaref ben habriyos. Mitzvahs, to different extents, to varying degrees, refine us and make us better people. A carbon, that's not the case. A carbon is only for Hashem. That's reich nichach l'Hashem, comments Rashi. It's nachas ruach lefanai. It's pleasing to me. Lefi shomarti, I commanded, I said, v'nasei sirtzoni, and what I requested was done. That's it. It does nothing for us, and yet for precisely that reason, a carbon does everything for us. Because when one gives to another party and gets nothing in return, I'm giving for no reason. I automatically am drawn close to that party. In this case, by offering a carbon that does nothing for me, that perforce draws me closer to the Ribbana Shel Olam. And that's very relevant to our interpersonal relations as well. The Sefer Orchos Tzadikim writes that if there's somebody you don't get along with, how do you fix that? By giving to the person. Michtav Eliyahu adds that ahava, love, the root of the word love is hav, is to give. We don't give because we love because we give, to give to one another. Giving might mean a phone call, might mean simply davening for another person who's in need right now. That's called giving, and when one gives, one's drawn closer, and the greater the extent to which we're drawn closer, the better off all of us are, in as much as we believe, be'emunah shleima, that there's a nefesh kolelas, that all of us share, all the Jewish people share a common soul. That common soul reaps the shefa, the brachas of the Ribbon Shalom, and the stronger that common soul and nefesh kolelas is, the more all of us collectively reap and merit the brachas of the Ribbon Shalom. We need lots and lots of bracha. Towards this end, we have to come closer together. We're not going to be in Shul again Shabbos. That doesn't mean that we're not together. All of us should continue to daven for one another. Most chitim appeal would have been this Shabbos, and lots of people in need. Very frankly, the checks have not been pouring in. That's okay. It's very understandable. Many of us are going through difficult times ourselves. Those who are able to afford, please send most chitim. If you can't afford, you can send $1. You can send $10. You got to send something. Checks can be mailed to me. Can also be given to the shul. Can be paid directly, and Kenny will transfer the funds into my stock account. All of us should keep on being well, should daven for one another, should give to one another, be drawn closer to one another. And be'ezer Hashem, gam ze yavor, it should be a chag, bari, kosher, v'samech, and a very peaceful